These are breadfruit trees you're seeing in front of the palm trees with big leaves.
You have to go through the mountains. Nandi to Suva also this kind of landscape,
Yes,
mountainous.
Forest area, no.
Ah.
These are the guava plants by the roadside. They grow by themselves. Look at the landscape. It's so beautiful. It's mesmerizing, that's what I should say. And it's spectacular scenery. The rain clouds are gathering again, so it's going to pour any time now. As far as your eye could reach, all you see is beautiful greenery. It's so beautiful. It's washed with rainwaters, often several times a day. It's so fresh and green, and the land is so fertile. The soil at times, you can see later, it's red in color, so fertile. There you see, very fertile soil. And all kinds of plants grow here. And the mountains you can see inside, they're all full of fruit trees. We are approaching a little town, it's called Singh Ganga. And there's no N in the spelling, but it's called Singh Ganga. Many places, the names of many places in Fijian language do not have N or M, but they sound with N and M. The spelling doesn't have N or M. When they pronounce the word, it sounds with N and M sound. Like for example, Nandi. The spelling is Nadi, but when we say it, we say Nandi with N sound added to it. And Labasa doesn't have an M. The spelling is Labasa. So it's interesting. In English language, we have silent letters, but in Fijian, we have invisible letters. There's a beautiful resort in Singh Ganga, but this time we're not going to visit any resort. We're just going to drive and just enjoy the scenery. It's going to pour any time now. And this is a little town you're passing, the Singh Ganga, and this is the only supermarket, a small one. All those plants, you can see the tapioca plants, all grown by themselves. The tree with big leaves with split edges, those are the breadfruit trees. It's a beautiful stream there. People are swimming. You can see a lot of banana trees, coconut trees, and papayas and breadfruit, all kinds of fruit trees on the roadside. The rain clouds are getting darker and darker and coming closer. It's going to pour any time now. The car ride from Labasa to Savusavu takes about an hour and 20 minutes. It depends on the weather, the speed you drive, and the road condition. The road is pretty good, nicely paved. So we are into the rain now. Pine trees. So strange to see the pine trees here. People started to plant pine trees now for timber business to make money. See, look at all these are pine trees. They clear the jungle and plant pine trees for timber business. Lots of money in that. I just pray and hope that they do not destroy the beautiful mountains. The weather and the landscape changes very often on the way to Savusavu from Labasa. And we're going to see a little waterfalls. The water is drinkable. It's so clean and pure. On the way to Savusavu.
Savusavu.
Savusavu. Our driver friend Kaushik is telling us some people they plant marijuana plants in between the mountains and police track them very easily with the smell. It seems it gives out some bad smell when it's ripe, so they catch them and they take care of them. The roads are getting better, so that's a sign of a town coming, a bigger town, a resort town coming closer. This is a scenic spot. We stopped to take some pictures. We are standing at the edge of a slope. What you're seeing behind us is about several hundreds of feet down below us. This is the Savusavu Bay. This is the biggest bay in the Fiji Islands. Like I said, we are not going to visit any resorts. We're just going to drive to Savusavu and enjoy the bay and come back. I just want you guys to see how beautiful the scenery and how spectacular the road to Savusavu is. We're almost there to the town, Savusavu. And they say there are a lot of hot springs in Savusavu. And if we have time, we can go. We can see that. Let's see how it goes. And there are a couple of resorts, beautiful resorts here in Savusavu, and snorkeling is very famous here.
Oh. No.
We reached the town and we are checking into a hotel called Hot Springs. This is our room, and this is the view from our room. We can just sit here and watch this the whole day. It's so colorful and so pleasant to watch. The small island you see there, you can see a resort is being built. And this is the town council, Savusavu. And this is a little town, and there are some restaurants, there are little shops, and everything you need, the immediate necessity, you can find in the shops. But the only thing is the shops and the restaurants, they close very early. So if you're thinking of going for dinner, I would suggest buy your food before the store close. I think 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, so early. So buy your food early, order your food early, pick them up and bring it to your room, and then you can have your dinner at your usual time. And the mango, oh my god, it's so tasty. I enjoyed mangoes and coconuts. And this is a sauce our friend Arun makes with ketchup and fresh chilies. It's so spicy and so tasty. And Arun is the one who organized the whole trip for us. Thank you, Arun. This is a real memorable trip for us. Arun is Arvind's childhood friend, and they went to college together. When they went to India, they both went in the same flight, and then they stayed together in India and came back, and they still keep in touch. This morning we came here for brunch. This is a restaurant on the waters by the bay. It's a real simple one, but you get nice tasty food, Western or continental or Indian or Fijian food. It's by the bay. The scene is beautiful. And this is a hot spring. It just runs through the town. You can see the water bubbling, and I could feel the hot steam hitting my face. It's so hot. And there are a lot of hot springs around the town, Savusavu. But we could not go to that site, but this is one we got to see. This runs through the residential area. We spent a day and a night in Savusavu, and the next day we left for